But talk a little bit about what was difficult about the album. I mean, it's the first time that you write music and lyrics. How tough was that?
I think that the toughest part was getting myself. Am I looking at you now?
Look at whatever you want. No, don't look at him. Look at the camera.
I think the hardest part was just to get myself to sit down and write. That was the hard part. But once I finally sat down and wrote the lyrics, or just to write or to compose at the piano, very surprisingly, it came very easy to me. So I kind of surprised myself in that sense, but the hardest part was just getting myself to do it. That was the hardest part.
I mean, it's not easy to collaborate with somebody. When I collaborated with Elvis Costello and I wrote songs, and Lou Reed and I wrote songs, it's tough sometimes because you edit the other writer edits you. Sometimes you're not in agreement about the edit. Sometimes Elvis writes really fast.
I would think so, because he writes an album every week.
Well, I gotta tell you, he used to write so fast that by the time I was gonna contribute, and he's good. So so how did that work?
But you guys are pretty accomplished writers. This was my first time around, so I really didn't have any expectations. I didn't really have any process that I had, and Renato didn't do the lyrics. It was really just music with him. So lyrics-wise, I was only in competition with myself or in disagreement with myself.
How did you learn the lyrics, the music?
The music, well, I played at the piano, and I think I just really lucked out again with Renato. He and I, he has a very easy temperament, and I think we both just really respected each other's taste. The hardest part writing with him was just me getting over my insecurity of playing my material for him, really, whether he was, because I had such respect for him, I was afraid he was going to say, oh, that's shit, or, that's really crap, or, oh, come on, Luba, you could, that's what I was afraid of. But he loved everything I pretty much brought in.
Or at least he pretended.
He did pretend very well. He did very well. But remember, this was like a 2-year process, this album.
Which helps
tremendously, because he and I got together for like little chunks at a time, like 2 or 3 months at a time, and so we'd write a song or a song and a half, and then he'd go off and do something, I'd go off and do something, and so it gave us time in between to kind of think about what we wrote, whether we liked it, whether this needed to be rewritten, or we like the bridge here, but we don't like the verse, let's try something else.
And I want to tell the viewers something. Even this is
my wine?
Yes.
Okay.
It's in mine. It's a very difficult thing to find distribution. It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't have distribution right now for my new record. You don't.
Nice.
Yeah. Terrazas de allá de Mendoza, Argentina. A fregar la paciencia. Terraza de Argentina. Es de Argentina, de Mendoza el vino. It's tough. She's got a great album. No distribution.
No distribution yet, but working on it. Hopefully we'll get some soon.
And I say this to everybody who's watching us. When you get to see the record, hopefully you'll be able to listen to it. You're going to see it's got a great quality, great players.
Yeah.
And that in itself doesn't mean that it's going to be heard. And the same thing goes for my record. I mean, I have all the background, and everybody thinks that because, Ruben Blay, he's going to get distribution. Not necessarily. Everybody, the record labels are thinking about other genres or other artists of different ages. So it's tough all around for all of us to find distribution unless you're signed. This record has an incredible quality. I have to say once again that I really congratulate you, because it's not easy to do.
And I know you wouldn't just say that. I know that.
Fuck no.
Because you tell me the truth.
I certainly would.
Yeah, you do.
It's a great record. It's got a center. The quality, the playing,
It's also a very unusual album because it's Brazilian. It's sung in English, so this is a kind
except
of
for two songs.
Except for two songs. Yeah, I do sing one song in Portuguese, and the other is the duet.
The one the Portuguese song Olhos nos Olhos, which is a
Olhos.
song from Chico Buarque.
Yes.
Hasn't been really recorded much. Chico Buarque and I think Maria Bethania.
She was the only one who recorded that, I think.
I don't know. That hasn't been covered that much. Very nice. But you also like that. The musicians are wonderful.
Oh,
Renato
they're great.
Neto is
He
out
was
of
key.
sight.
He was key for this
Aslip.
album.
How do you start listening to Brazilian music?
Oh, I started listening. This guy turned me on to Brazilian music over 10 years ago, and he just started. He says you got to listen to this album, and it was Elisa Regina and the other one.
João Trio.
No, not Jongo Trio. The other woman.
Oh, Rosa Passos.
Rosa Passos. And these are like classic Brazilian songs that he started playing for me, and I fell in love with the music. I fell in love with the rhythms and the melodies. And I don't know, I think it was just like an inner sense that I had that this was something that I wanted to record one day.
I was very surprised because it's not that easy, and then
Not that I could play it, but
but you will eventually now because
I will.
But
to sing it is very difficult too.
because it's rhythmic,
rhythms.
and it's syncopated, and then
It's just great though.
I used to play her. I used to get her and say, "Come over here, sit her down." This is like you saw that movie
It's like
Diner.
a lesson.
In the movie Diner, there was this girl that was going out with somebody who's thinking about getting married, and then the guy would sit her down and ask her questions about
He'd
football.
demand me to sit down.
I used to sit down. I used to play like Q1.
Sit down, and he'd
Q1
turn on
drumming.
the music, and he'd go,
Papine, Muñequito Matanza. I said, "Where's the one?
"Where's the one?
Where's the one?"
And he wouldn't let me leave the room until I found the one. And I'd go there, boom, boom, and he's like, "No!" And he'd yell at me, and he.
But I used to tell you had to, North Americans, everything is downbeat.
I know.
So I'm thinking,
I just kept going. Yeah.
you gotta get that thing, So, but I really am good for you. It's really happening. So, but it's a great record, great album. Congratulations!
Thank you.
It's really amazing. You've done two good albums, and this album is very special because now you're writing, and you played with tough guys. I mean, good guys. Good
I
players.
think that was like my first moment when in the recording studio, because other than that, the only reference I had was Renato bouncing these songs off of. And once we were in the studio, and these Brazilian players and Jimmy Haslip, they were like,
They said you wrote this.
"You wrote this?
Yeah, that's like.
How long have you been writing?" Like this is the first. So when I got their reaction, I knew, okay, I'm doing something good here. I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
So it felt good.
So we're gonna.
And my website, it'll the album, whether I get distribution or not, or before I get it,
Online.
it'll be online. And you could probably get it through you will be able to get it through my website, which I am launching, I think next week already, very soon. Or actually, if this airs in February, you can get it on my website. You could get it right now on my website. I hope. If not, it'll be coming soon.
Stop watching the show and go to it.
Yeah, just stop hearing. Forget about Show de Ruben Blaze. Just go to lubamason.com. And wait a minute. Oh, look.
That's why we love her so much.
But look, I'm wearing your T-shirt. It's nice, right?
Very nice. Okay, Lou,
What?
you gotta say goodbye. We're leaving.
Goodbye. Thank you for having me.
The song. We're gonna say goodbye with another song.
Oh, Christmas in July. A song I wrote for us. A love song.
Salud.
Close your eyes, my baby, and dream of rubies in the snow that melt into a vast ocean under the heat of a summer's mistletoe. Celebrate our birthday parties, and the troubled world will disappear.